And 40 laps is the distance. Bobby Pierce on the pole, Cade Dillard on the outside. The first Wild West Shootout A main of 2024 is underway.
The dirt track main super late models presented by Black Diamond Race Cars out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, and Cade Dillard's going to shoot to the lead early with Pierce in second, 3 wide for third.
They are 3 wide as right now Tyler Erb is the meat in the sandwich with Garrett Alberson on the bottom and Tyler Stevens up top, and Tyler Stevens going to fall back a couple spots. Caden Honeycutt right now going to move up into the 4th position as the Texas driver continues his solid evening. Is Dillard out front, and now Bobby Pierce going to fall back another position as Garrett Alberson moves up to 2nd.
Yeah, Pierce got a little high down there. Car drifted up on him. Caden Honeycutt comes to the inside of Pierce, can't quite get there. Now hooked to the inside of Pierce through turns 1 and 2. Pierce had 3rd. Here comes Caden Honeycutt. How about the Texas driver in the 10? Again, limited super late model starts, looking strong so far tonight. But it's Cade Dillard who leads lap 3, 37 to go. Honeycutt sits in 3rd now. Pierce is coming after him. Bobby Pierce getting his feet under him. You see it on the screen. Pierce going to throw a slider off into 3 and 4 up in front of Honeycutt, and Honeycutt back down the hill. Good battle right now for position number 3 as Bobby Pierce starting to turn up the wick just a little bit with Cade Dillard leading by 1.6 seconds over Garrett Alberson.
Absolutely, Garrett Alberson trying to close in just a little bit. He's got a couple tenths off of Cade Dillard's lead as Dillard maybe being a little cautious for the lap traffic. Dillard actually this time by going back down to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Jason Strain of the E85 be the first car to go 1 lap down.
The past 2 laps, Garrett Alberson's taken half a second off of Cade Dillard's lead, and Dillard's got side-by-side lap cars in front of him. Here comes Alberson, and Pierce is starting to reel him in. He's back up to 3rd, and Bobby Pierce is reeling him in with 16 complete, 24 to go as Dillard goes to the high side in 1 and 2.
You're exactly right, Ben. Forrest Trent went down to the low side of the racetrack there. A nice move by Cade Dillard as he's now got a couple lap cars between himself and Garrett Alberson. Alberson had just committed to the bottom of the speedway, and that's where the lap traffic in front of him went as Garrett Alberson now boxed in with nowhere to go, and that's going to allow Cade Dillard to stretch out his advantage.
That was a big-time move by Cade Dillard last time by in turn number 2. Alberson trying to get through the lap cars as Dillard has set sail, and Pierce is reeling in Alberson. Back and forth, it's Caden Honeycutt, Tyler Erb 5th, and it's Cody Laney, Mike Marler, Tyler Stevens, Kyle Larson in 9th, and Chase Younghands rounds out your top 10. And they got to go because we're coming back to 14 to go as we work lap 26 out of turn 4 tonight at FK Rodden's Vado Speedway Park.
Man, that's you got to tiptoe the top side of this racetrack
Slider
and hit your
second.
marks oh so well. You're exactly right, Ben. Pierce throws a slider on Alberson. He clears him. Coming off turn number 2, Alberson going to try to drive back down to the inside.
Well, it's go time now. Bobby Pierce knows it. Alberson caught the concrete out of turn 4 last time by. Pierce threw a slider at him. That time at the line, 1.3 seconds the advantage. Cade Dillard's got over Bobby Pierce. Pierce is closing up there. Could there be a slider in the closing laps with 7 to go? Could we have another vintage one at Vado?
We may indeed. 6 or 7 laps to go this time by, and the top 3 are all right there. Bobby Pierce now within striking distance of Cade Dillard. Here it comes. Pierce going to throw a slider for the lead on Dillard in 3 and 4. Dillard will cross him back over on the front straightaway.
Cade Dillard leads lap 34 off into turns 1 and 2. Pierce is right there. Alberson's right there. How about that? Garrett has reeled them both back in as we race down the back straightaway. We come back to 5 fingers in there. 5 laps to go this time at the line. Dillard, your leader. Pierce is there. Alberson's there, and it's 5 more laps.
I tell you what, if Dillard is able to work by these 3-lap cars in front of him, he's got clear sailing. But the trouble is, this track is so good and these cars are so good, Ben. These guys are all turning nearly identical lap times as they come around this time to 4 laps to go.
Where do you go if you're Cade Dillard? They're side by side in front of you. If you're Pierce, where do you throw the slider? And if you're Alberson, do you bide your time? We work lap 37 down the back straightaway. Rodney Sanders, Stormy Scott side by side in front of your leaders. Out of turn 4, 3 more times around the speedway. And Cade Dillard now, he's got a good run off into 1 and 2.
You got to wonder if Cade Dillard as well is thinking about a slider on these lapped cars. If he's going to try to throw a slider on Stormy Scott to work by him. He'll thread the needle right here. He works by Stormy Scott. He works by Rodney Sanders, and that may end up being the move that wins him the race, Ben. We've got just 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. Don't count out Pierce yet. Pierce is turning up the wick. He's going to clear those lap cars too. They're going to come back to 1 to go, and there might be a slider right here. Pierce looks to the inside of Dillard. Through 3 and 4. White flag in there. 1 more time around the speedway. Who's it going to be, DJ?
It's going to come down to this as they head into turns 1 and 2. Bobby Pierce waiting in the wings. You got to think a slider's coming in turns 3 and 4. Pierce has the momentum. Dillard going to take the slider lay a line. Pierce stays up high. Your opening night winner at Vado Speedway Park is Cade Dillard.
Bobby Pierce comes home second. Garrett Alberson in 3rd. Tyler Erb in 4th. Kyle Larson rallies to 5th.